welcome back to another edition of Tasting Notes. Special edition, because it's international or national rum. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. It's some sort of rum day, whether it's national or international.
Rum me always international. Arr.
Right. So actually the history of rum, which you can find a video of on our channel, is very international and led to like the whole slave trade of, I guess part of the reason for the slave trade in the 17th and 18th century. But check out our other video for that. For this video, we're going to be making mojitos.
And we're going to be doing this the same way we did the beer videos for National IPA Day.
Right.
International IPA Day.
Right. So I took mojitos because I like mint, and then Roland will be making...
Well, I was originally going to make dark and stormies, and then you managed to find this interesting product that was ginger ale, and I'll go into that thing there, but it's basically ginger and dark rum, whereas you were going for the light rum and the mint.
Right. So Roland also had the idea of us sipping each rum first, so we're starting off. My rum of choice for this video is Bacardi.
White rum.
White rum, yep.
And you're going to go into this in the video, but this is made with white sugar, isn't it? Or refined cane sugar.
No, that's not.
See?
There's no difference.
We're going to learn something.
Yeah. Just for everybody's sake, so I don't seem like a huge pretentious asshole, we'll get to it. White rum is filtered out. The color's filtered out. So it's, like darker rums are made with sort of the same things. Like very dark, like dark rum versus can't think of the rum that's in between white and dark.
Demerara?
No. There's like so many different classifications of rum. So basically, dark rum is made with like molasses, and I think that this one's also made with molasses, but the color's filtered out. So yes. Anyway, so
there we go, Bacardi, and it's funny because Bacardi is like everyone has drunk Bacardi, but
right.
Very
Well,
few
Bacardi.
people think of it.
Well, Bacardi is the largest family-owned liquor establishment at current.
I used to do copywriting for an agency for Bacardi, so
It's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't drink this like regularly.
Well, I don't necessarily know if like our choice of liquor would be rum regularly.
I would not say rum is my thing.
No. We'd be terrible pirates.
We would be terrible pirates. But we'll also get into that for the whole history of.
But in terms of like liquor, that's very smooth.
It is very smooth.
I mean, I would take that over
I'd
a
say,
shot of vodka any day.
it's just naturally sweeter because of it's fermented with sugar. So.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into it. If you don't mind passing me the shaker. Thank you, sir. So we're gonna start off with some ice. So I'm doubling up our portions for the mojitos. So normally you'd use like a little bit of crushed ice. I'm gonna use 2 ice cubes. That would be
giant ice cubes because you have a larger surface area and therefore it cools things down without diluting it as much.
So exactly. So we're gonna pour in the alcohol first. We tried this yesterday. Didn't go over so well with the alcohol last, and I wasn't a fan. So we're gonna go.
We didn't even do a shot beforehand.
No, exactly. So what you do is you do 2 measures of rum, and then you do 1 measure of club soda. So we have a special club soda machine.
So I'm all about seltzer water because I do this thing called intermittent fasting where I only eat up after like 5 o'clock most days. So I drink gallons of seltzer. And Bran here bought me this machine very kindly, a SodaStream machine.
Do you think I bought it for you?
Well, no, I think he gave it to us.
I gave it to you guys because it was in the trunk of my car for years. Sorry.
That just raises more questions.
Why do I have seltzer water in the trunk of my car?
Hold it down to the farts, then hold it down till, and then one more time. And you're done.
I did not realize there was a whole system to this seltzer water.
3 farts.
3 farts? Is that that's the official?
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So like I said, 2 parts. So here we go. So 2 parts rum, 1 part seltzer water.
And it's interesting because you recently made us mint juleps, which were delicious. And we tried them different ways. We tried them with seltzer and without seltzer, and it was
definitely been on a bit of a mint kick as of late. And then use like they say like 6 I've seen various recipes. Some say 6, some say 12. We're just using the rest of our mint. So you're going to kind of crush up your mint. Some people, we happen to have a mortar and pestle because we went out and bought one yesterday. But some people say like you can roll it in between your hands. Kind of curious what that would taste like. Well, I don't think that's like, this is like money. I think what they mean by the rolling between your hands is like...
Or if you're really getting into like the Cuban spirit of rum, you roll it on the thighs of maidens, like they do with the cigars.
I've never even heard of that.
That's absolutely true. And they have these amazing cigar factories in Cuba, and they have these girls with their legs splayed, and they
just rub mint all over their thighs.
No, they roll the tobacco leaves into the shape of cigars on their thighs.
Really? Did not know that. So you take like a little bit of lime juice, just a little bit of a squirt there.
I like your definition a little.
Yeah, you know. Listen, it was pretty bitter yesterday.
That's true.
Right. And then you take 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Now that's interesting. First of all, that's cane sugar.
Yes.
And some people use simple syrup, which is basically just sugar and water that you leave to dissolve.
Yeah, I like the sugar aspect of it more. We're using 4 because I'm making it for both of us, so...
And also, if you don't make sugar a simple syrup, then you don't dilute it further.
Right. Here's the lid. So we'll give this...
I like how you some people say 6 things of mint, some people say 12, and all I had in my head was like Ron Swanson being like, I'm worried that what you heard was bring this man a lot of mint. What I want is all of the mint that you have.
Right. So...
Oh, come on, you need to shake it better than that, my friend.
It was like exploding.
True. Actually, yes.
Do you want me to shake it more and then get shit all over your house? Here you go. We'll play it against
It's going to be like
already.
delicious mint and seltzer. That's good.
There you go.
You're right. I have to admit that the whole shaking with the seltzer, that's...
Yeah. Are we second guessing?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I found the sugar is really interesting because in terms of like the whole history of cocktails, especially Prohibition era cocktails, like sugar has always been an addition because the alcohol tends to be a bit rougher. But
well, that was the whole thing behind mixed drinks, is because alcohol became so rough in Prohibition that people started mixing it with other stuff.
Simple syrup dissolves it, whereas just putting sugar in doesn't dissolve it as quickly.
That's good, if I may say so myself. I mean, I'm always...
That's bloody good.
That's much better than yesterday's.
No, and this is legitimately, if I went into a bar and I ordered this, I'd be like...
I'd be happy.
Like, sir, you had my curiosity, now you have my attention.
This is the second time you used that in like an hour.
I watched Django Unchained last night.
Okay. Some other facts about Bacardi, just because I was researching them a little bit today. So they set up a distillery in New York City in like 1915, and then it got shut down during Prohibition. But also during Prohibition, because it became so expensive to ship stuff to the U.S., they set up a distillery in Mexico and Puerto Rico, which plays into a later history, because in 1960, during the Cuban Revolution, which is where Bacardi is originated, there was it was 2 brothers, I can't remember their names, their last name was Bacardi, and they started... The Bacardi brothers, yeah. They started a rum business in Cuba in like the 1830s, and then family kept it up until now. And in the 1960s, when Castro took over, they moved their operations, all their patents and everything before the Cuban Revolution was shifted over to the Bahamas, which is where they're currently headquartered. And then they moved like their main distillation stuff to Mexico and Puerto Rico. And I guess now they have stuff in the Bahamas too. I know they also have like a headquarters in Mexico. But basically they shifted everything outside of Cuba before the revolution. And then during the Cuban Revolution, because they were so successful, all of their assets got seized. And they're no longer... You can't find Bacardi in Cuba anymore. It's like Havana Club, I think is the name of the rum.
Do you know, that's actually interesting. I've been to a lot of places in England where you can get that.
Havana Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Havana, there is actually a Havana Club. The original Havana Club was bought out by Bacardi, but that's not the one that they sell in Cuba. So I guess there's 2 somehow.
I found it really interesting. The other day you were talking about how like alcohol has such an interesting place in history because it's part of so because I thought everything that happened with Cuba was so interesting. I'm a big fan of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Cuba was basically like becoming the Las Vegas until the revolution happened.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then basically because Cuba got shut down, and all of these businesses lost like millions of dollars in investments in like resorts and stuff. They were like, where are we going to do it? And then the mob basically like funded Las Vegas, happening in the middle of the desert.
Oh, well, I was gonna say it's funny because during Prohibition, tourism to Cuba like really had like an uptick because of that, because you could buy rum and like get all this other stuff. So yeah, there you go.
I'm really impressed with this.
Thank you. This is much better. Yesterday's was atrocious. We're not even gonna like. The episode we filmed yesterday of me doing this was like, it's gonna be harder to find than the Star Wars Christmas special.
So I wonder how it would be if you muddled the mint in the glass, put the rum, and then added the seltzer water rather than shaking it. I don't know how that.
I don't know, but I like the shaking. That was a good.
Yeah.
Other than exploding in my hands, it was a good move. So kudos to that.
And I wonder with making the simple syrup with the seltzer water beforehand. But then if you look at it, there are no grains of sugar or anything like that. So.
Well, I mixed it up well.
No, you really did. But it's interesting. It's like cold water. The sugar doesn't mix as well. But I think the shaking it makes it perfect.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Because I've met people in the South who are like, you Northerners, when you have your iced tea, you do not pre-sweeten it, and you expect us to add sugar, and then the sugar does not dissolve. And it's like, that sucks. But also the fact that you refuse gay people service in the South sucks as well. So it's a double-edged sword.
We get very righteous on tasting notes occasionally.
And that doesn't actually happen in the South. And everyone in the South is lovely, so I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. No, I mean, other than that, it was good. So, don't forget, in short, enjoy National Rum Day. Enjoy the mojito, if you will. Make sure you hit the like button on my video. Hit the dislike button on Roland's video. And don't forget to check out the history of rum. And don't forget to check out Season 2, which is dropping in 6 weeks from this video airing. So
I believe so.
All right, cool.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Archies.